Another thing I wanted to point out about my grandfather passing away and nobody telling me is that I was the only one who, growing up, ever went and like stayed with him and helped him out on his ranch and worked for him. I lived out there and helped him when I was living there. He was always my hero up until I lived there and figured out what kind of a person he really was and how he really felt about me. I was starting a company from the ground up in there, and I had ordered some steel and needed to offload it and asked him if he could help me with the tractor, and he said no. Then I asked if I could borrow a trailer one day because I need to go pick it up. I'd be like, I'll bring it right back, blah, blah, blah. He's got all these trailers sitting around on his property, and he said no, they're not taking care of you. He needs to get their tires changed and everything, blah, blah. And then the very next day he had it loaded up with hay. And then when I was living in that barn, there was a bad storm that ripped the roof off of the barn that I was in. When I was in it, it barely missed my airstream, but ripped the whole roof off. And I do construction work. That's what I do. Like, he knows that, my grandfather, and he hired a crew of Hispanic dudes to come in and fix the roof instead of hiring me when he knew I needed money. And rub it in my face too. Like, we're all there for like Thanksgiving or something. He's like, hey, how'd they do on that roof over there? And I was like, they did a shitty job. They did a horrible job. They left trash all over the place. They didn't do a good job. And they literally left like boards with nails sticking up all over the place where he has cows walking around. But it's just weird. I was the only one who ever spent time with this man, who ever did anything with him, like went out there and spent any time with him, and they don't even tell me when he passes away. I know I've had like trouble with my family recently, but like, you don't even tell me. And then my uncle who lives out there, I know is a POS. Like, he has always been. Jeff, he has always been that way. He did not mind, he would not mind stealing. Like, growing up, he would take the best hunting spot and kick the kids out somewhere else. Like, he didn't give a fuck about anybody but himself. Always, dude. And I worked out on his little ranch out there in Childress, which I know there's something going on with that. I don't think he really owns it. I don't think it's really theirs. It's probably stolen. But anyways, this guy, it just boggles my mind how they could do that. Like, they know I'm homeless and have nothing, and don't even tell me when people in my family pass away. Still don't know where my daughter is, if she's okay. Like, what kind of how do you even deal with a family like that just hates you? For what? Why?